All right, kiddos. So I'm going to be showing you today how to write the checks for the $1,000,000 project. And so the very first thing that you're going to do is you're going to fill out the top line. Now, when you have a check or a checkbook with checks in it, this will be filled out for you. But you're going to put your name and address up here. So I'm just going to write my name, and this is what you'll see on like your parents' checkbook if they have one. Okay, and then you'll have your address. So go ahead and fill that out for your name and address at the top. Let's go. Make sure I didn't check my camera real quick. Okay. All right. So the very next thing that you'll do when you write a check is you'll fill out the date. So you can fill out today's date. That's fine. Today's date is 9/10/2011. You guys should, in my classroom, you guys should be working on this as well. So everybody should be doing this right now. All right. 2011. Oh my gosh, 2020. It is not 2011. That's when you were born. 2021. Yes, Paxton. Yes, Jackson. Yes. That's fine. That's fine. You can put whatever date. This is just an example, right? These aren't real checks. We can't really go to the car lot and buy a car, can we? No. Okay. So the next thing I'm gonna do, let's pretend like I'm buying my car. All right. And let's say I'm gonna buy my car from Gerald Jones Ford or Toyota Cars of Columbia. What's that? Kia of Augusta. I'm gonna write that because I bought. That's funny you say that, Will, because my very first car I ever bought like a real new car was a Kia from Kia of Augusta. Yeah, Gallon Kia. Yeah, so I'm gonna write that Kia of Augusta. Wherever you buy your car from, let's say you don't have like a place you're buying your car from. Let's say you're just buying like a Tesla. You can just write Tesla. You can write Toyota. This is the name of the company that you're going to write out, and you can make up a company. You can write car company. It doesn't matter because in this instance, these are just pretend checks, right? So let's say now I've written my company out, and then I need to write down the price of my car. All right. Now you guys all have different prices of your cars in here. Let's say what's that? 70,000. So you're gonna write your car out. So $70,000, and then decimal. And a lot of times you'll see when people write checks, they'll write the zeros like that real small, and they'll put like a line underneath it. They do that. You don't have to. It just helps, just in case you mess those decimals up. So go ahead and do that. You can go ahead and find out what your car total was, because remember, this is just my example. Yeah, the company goes first, and then you write the number. And what form is this? Is this standard form, word form, or expanded form? This is standard form. Good. Now, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to write the price in word form here. And you already have dollars there, so you don't have to do that. So it's $70,000. So I'm going to write that out. $70,000. And a lot of times you'll have people write 70,000, and then they won't write the change out, and they just write 70,000 and like that. You'll see people write it like that. You might see people write it like this. Either one. Something like that. They're just showing that there's no change for that. And that's fine, either one. Now remember, this right here is your fractional of your dollar right there for your change. So either one of those you can do. They're both fine. And then it says for what? What are we buying?
Car.
A car. This is great for me as a mom because in this for line, like let's say I'm buying a t-shirt at school for my daughter, I might write her name, Hannah Slowinski t-shirt. So the teacher knows when they get the check that it's for my daughter's t-shirt. You know, like what's it for? And it also helps you too. So when you write checks out, you know in your records what the check was for. All right, and our very last thing, which is always the funnest thing of writing a check, is to, does anybody know?
Give it to them.
Give it to them. Sign your name. So I'm going to sign my name. No, this is signing. You need to write your whole name. Initials they don't work for this. You have to write your whole name. However you write your name. Like you don't have to do your middle name if you don't want to. I just do my initial for my middle name. All right, do you see how I drew that line there? I forgot to go over that. Make sure you do that too. Draw that line. Yep, no one can put extras on the end of it. No one can add to it. That's why you draw that line. Yep. Now, guys, remember for the pay to the order of, I'm not worried about the company. So if you write whatever company you write, I don't care. Let's say you're buying a house and you might use like Coldwell Banker or Century 21 or, any of those house companies is fine. If you don't have a house company, make something up. Would you put Ryan? You put Zillow, that's fine. Because the thing is, I'm not worried about that. Do you know why we're doing this? I'm not worried about the company. Why are we doing this assignment? To do the math. I really want the word form written out. I want you guys to work on writing that out. That's the most important thing. What's that? Yeah, and decimals as well. Well, make sure we're writing in our name, not initials. Because when you write checks, you're writing your name out. All right. Does anybody have questions right now? Anything else with your project? Because ask them right now, because the people who are on the computer may have the questions that you guys have. When is this due? I am not worried about it being due until next week. I got a new week at a glance I've been working on. So you guys can just turn it in next week sometime, whenever you get time to do it. Now I do want both things turned in. I want the paper turned in and your PowerPoint, your slides. Remember to review your rubric if you need to. All right, so right now all I'm worried about is this paper turned in and this Google Slides turned in. All right, guys, go ahead and continue to work. I'm going to stop the video. Does anybody else have questions before I start the video? Awesome. Let's get going.